Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. How are you today? I want to bring you an updated Chimera branded deck. This is a new build I've been testing out. I like to test out a lot of different builds. And I'm going to go over the cards really quickly for you to not waste any of your time. I'm running two cornfields. I'm running two cornfields because this is a bigger version of the deck, and I'm using the patchwork engine for the deck. So cornfield is redundant, I believe. So two is fine. A lot of things people don't know, people forget. You activate Veil on my card, I can negate it with Cornfield. You activate Infinite Impermanence on my cards, I can negate it with Cornfield. So that's really good. We have three Mirror Sword Knights here, tributed, special summon a monster that mentions Chimera Fusion in its text, go on from there. And it negates monster effects. We have three Gazelle, King of Mystical Claws, special summon this, search out Chimera Fusion. Also, if it's sent to the graveyard for fusion, you can search out any of your illusion monsters. Baphomet, when it's special summon, you search out a level 4 beast in Chimera Fusion from your deck. Also, if it's used as a fusion material, guess what? You can special summon illusion from your graveyard. Chimera Fusion, you use a fiend or beast, and you can fusion into anything that requires a fiend or beast. Also, you can use it. You can add it back to your hand from your graveyard once per turn, and the card itself is not once per turn to fusion summon, and you can only use it on your main phase. So people do forget about that. On to the patchwork engine, we have three patchworks here. Activate this. I add a polymerization and edge imp chain from my deck to my hand. Now we have two polymerizations. The deck doesn't need to run three. It becomes a little bit redundant and cloggy in your hand. Two edge imp chains. When this is sent from your hand or from the field to the graveyard, you can search out patchwork, which then searches out edge imp chain and polymerization. So it's like a revolving door. Everything, and it's a fiend in dark. Now to the branded engine. We're only running, well, of course, we only can run three branded fusions. You summon this, you can fuse from your deck using Falling of Elbaz. And speaking of Falling of Elbaz, we have two Falling of Elbaz here for that. I consider this as part of the branded engine. When I use Falling of Elbaz in him, I can make Albion, I can make Dragoon, I can make a lot of things with this card. Now, that's the main core of the deck. Now we're on to hand traps. We have three Ash Blossom, stops a lot of things. You already know what it does. Don't need to explain that. We are running three Infinite Impermanence. The same thing of Ash Blossom can stop a lot of things. Going second, it could be a board breaker. We have two Effect Veilers. It can stop a lot of decks in their traps. We have two Nibiru's. Same thing. If you're running a deck that doesn't get hit by Nibiru, you can just easily side it out and play a different card. Same thing with Droll and Lockbird. A lot of decks unaffected by this. Some are. You can easily side it out game two. On to the next card. I consider Fenrir a board breaker interruption. I run two. I don't run three. It's cloggy for me, but you can run three if you want. Super Poly, same thing. Running two is okay. I think running three, the more I bump up my deck, like the number of cards on my deck, the more I would run this. But having multiples is not that great. I do side in one more. This is just my opinion. It is another board breaker for me, but it doesn't work against every deck. Call by the Grave to stop myself from being ashed or droll or affect Violet. And two cross out designators to help me go first or push through infinite impermanence or effect values or anything else. Keep my plays going. So that's the main deck there. I believe it's 44 cards. On to the extra deck here. We have one Chimera King of the Mystical Phantom Beast. It can send a card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard end phase, but during your opponent's turn, you can banish this from your graveyard, special summon a fiend, beast, or illusion from your graveyard. People forget about that. This one can send an illusion, fiend, or beast from your graveyard. From your deck to your graveyard. But during your opponent's turn, you can banish this, and special summon a fiend, beast, or illusion that's banished. Now, let me talk about this for a second. I cut this down to one because I never go into a second one. I usually go into this one, and I would banish this to special summon this, and then I would banish this to special summon this. I would loop these over and over and over. Each of these can special summon each other over and over and keep my negates in the graveyard live. We run him for OTK. We got 2 Guardian Chimera. This is my main card that I go into to break boards and to win the duels. It can destroy 2, draw 1, or draw 2, destroy 1. If polymerization is in the graveyard, it can't be targeted. So, it's really good. Albion is down to 1 instead of 2. Lubellion. Both of these I can activate the effects and fusion summon again without any other card. I can activate him, put my cards back, put Fallen Albaz back, and fusion summon by discarding a card. Striking Rim, Falling Albaz, and a beast. Summon him. He can negate extra deck monsters and send a card back to the deck. This card, helps me to dodge. It helps me to dodge Valor and Infinite Impermanence by using the fusion on Guardian Chimera, and I just make him. Guardian Chimera still goes off. So this is my super poly target. Also, I can make this with Chimera fusion, so that's a good thing. I can also make him with branded fusion. Kind of like when you try to make a Mirror Jade. Then we got Mud Dragon, and then we have this for super poly targets. This helps me dodge cards that target. I can call it attribute. And here we go, we have Dragoon for the last fusion monster here. Now we have SP Little Knight and Sky Crisis. So this helps me get past a lot of decks, a lot of cards. This helped me get past a Barone that negates. So the deck has been really good for me. I've been enjoying it and testing it out. Thanks for watching your Yu-Gi-Oh channel, and I end my turn.